Okay, guys, hi, welcome. My name is Milena, and I'm your new executive director here at Healthy Initiatives. I want to start by saying thank you for being here. This is our first full training day together as program directors, and I'm really excited for us to get to know each other and to begin this work as a team. I'm going to start by telling you a little about myself. My path into public health wasn't a straight line. I worked in a lot of different corners of healthcare, from urgent care to radiology to community clinics. I spent some time in leadership roles in community outreach and health education. So, working with families who were trying to navigate systems that just weren't working for them or meeting their needs. So before that, I worked in healthcare, animal healthcare, and in various service roles, which gave me a strong sense of empathy and patience. I learned how to stay calm when things got chaotic, as well as how powerful it is when a team steps up for each other. I also learned that the quality of care for humans or for animals changes completely when the team and the staff actually feel supported. And I carry that mindset with me even now as your executive director. Um, so today's purpose is all about getting to know each other, getting to know the organization, and getting a clear picture of what our roles look like moving forward. My goal today is for you to walk away feeling confident, supported, and ready to lead your programs. So, I'm going to walk you through our itinerary for today so you know exactly what to expect. This is a full training day, but my goal is to make it clear, organized, and honestly as helpful as possible because I know how overwhelming first days can feel. We're going to start this morning by grounding ourselves in who Healthy Initiatives actually is, who we are. That means we'll go over our mission, our vision for the Tri-County region, and for the values that guide every decision that we make. I want to take time with this because these aren't just statements we put on a website. They're things that we rely on as a leadership team when we're making choices, solving problems, or even figuring out what direction to take. This will set the tone for how we work together. After that, we're going to talk about our leadership structure, so you'll get a clearer picture of how the board of directors fits into everything, what my role as the executive director is, and what your responsibilities are as program directors. We will also be talking about the relationship philosophy and ethics, the leadership philosophy and ethics we hold dear here at Healthy Initiatives. We'll talk about communication expectations, how we'll check in with each other, and ways to support your teams. Once we've covered that foundation, we'll shift into the heart of today's session. So the 5 programs that you will be leading. We'll go through each program one at a time. Each slide is its new program. So diabetes prevention, immunizations, health promotion, dental health prevention, and environmental health. I'll walk you through our SMART goals, our SMART objectives for each one, so we're all on the same page about what success looks like for the next year. You'll also see how goals across the programs connect because everything is interconnected. With each slide covering a program, we'll also be talking about annual program budgets. I know budgets aren't always the most exciting part of the job. They're honestly my least favorite. But they are important. We'll look at your staffing costs, your benefits, your non-salary expenses. The screenshots on these full budget summaries are very small. I apologize in advance. They're very difficult to read. However, each and every one of you will get a copy of the full spreadsheet since the slides don't show every detail clearly. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. So once we wrap up the program-specific sections, we'll take a step back and look at the people we serve. So our constituents, our stakeholders. We'll talk about them and the communities, the families, the individuals who rely on us, the reason we're here. We'll discuss how your programs reach these groups and what engagement strategies we'll use, like listening sessions, partnerships with local clinics and schools, and community forums. So this afternoon, we'll move into our approach to evidence-based decision making. We'll talk about how we use research, data, community voice, and practical resources, along with our public health expertise, to guide our programming and incorporate best practices into everyday decisions. And after that, we'll spend time talking about workplace culture. So this is something I take seriously. I want to make sure that we support a work environment where communication is clear, everybody is supported, staff feels respected, and everyone has room to grow. We'll cover leadership approaches, team dynamics, work-life balance, and how to create a culture where staff feels safe asking questions, sharing ideas, and being honest about challenges. A lot of this actually comes from my own experiences working on teams that felt supported and teams that didn't. So I've seen the difference it can make, and I want us to build the kind of culture where people can do their best work. Then we will end the day with a space for questions, discussion, and anything you want clarity on. Budgets, goals, staffing, timelines, communications, whatever you need. My goal is for you to walk out of this training, not just knowing your role, but feeling supported and confident stepping into it. So that's our plan for today. It's a full schedule, but everything we're covering is meant to give you the foundation you need as program directors. So I'm looking forward to working through all of this with you. We're going to start with our next slide, which involves who we are. Let's get started.